Hello, I'm Trenton Andrew Melanson, and I'm the owner of Wild Frontier Leather Store. It's a new business I just opened up in Central Illinois. I will be selling my products nationwide. Unfortunately, I will not be selling to other countries though, just the United States. And what I sell is anything to do with the Frontier era Wild Frontier Leather Store. So that covers the time of the Frontier, which Frontier was considered anywhere from the beginning of America to in the 1600s up till the 1900s. But I'm gonna specifically target the Mountain Man or fur trade era, which was after Lewis and Clark expedition of 1804 and on up until 1890s. So that era, I'm really going to be concentrating on the products from that era. Like I said, a lot of the things I'm selling is just Frontier, like wasn't used during the 1700s as well. But my main target of the products here are targeting the Mountain Man era. So I sell anywhere from buckskins clothing, like the shirts, pants, to moccasins, possibles bags, fringed mitts, Mountain Man fur mitts, anything you can think of that was used by the mountain men and the fur trappers of the 19th century. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on showing you these products. And first of all, let me tell you a little bit about this business. I am 22 years old, and I've just started this business about a year ago. I've been trying to get it off the ground. I'm a home business. I am the only worker, as you could say, here in this business, this company. I'm the owner, but I do all the work. I do the sewing and the cutting the pattern out and the leather working. I do all that myself with my hands. Everything I make is handmade with my own hands in my workshop. I don't have any help on this. So if you like anything that you see, anything here that you like, that I make handmade, it's going to take some time for me to make it. I make it special order. You give me the order, and then I make it. So use artificial sinew for the stitching, which sinew was what they used back in the day, especially up in the mountains. But it was real sinew, and that can get expensive if you use real sinew. I will be using artificial. So, but everything I make is by hand, and it's special order. I even do beadwork, Indian beadwork, so that takes even longer. And so most of my things that I make handmade will take some time. I would ask for at least a week from start to finish to get it to you. That's the least amount of time I can guarantee is a week. Maybe longer. It all depends what I'm making. But there is some things I sell already ready to go. They're already made. I don't have to make them, but I do have to order them from my dealer. That I'm getting the wholesale dealer. So that you'd be patient and give me some time. I'm by myself. I'm doing all this myself. So if you like anything that I have to offer, shoot me an email down below the link, and also you can text me anywhere from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. on weekdays, and then on Saturday you can get a hold of me from 12 o'clock noon to 4 o'clock p.m. So and I'm closed Sunday, so I will not be answering text messages or emails on Sunday. But on Monday, the following Monday, I will be. So if you want to send me an email on Sunday, that's okay. I'll be answering it on Monday. So, okay, let's get started with these products now. Let's show you what I have. All right. Okay, first off, I have some fur caps. Raccoon and a coyote. I sell coyote and coon caps. These are the samples I have to sample. Now I can sell caps from from different kinds of animals, though. I could sell coon, coyote, fox, beaver, you know, you name it. Different kinds of animals, badger, you know. Be creative and think about the different kinds of animals that live in the Rockies, and I can make a cap out of them. And but of course even bobcat, but of course the prices will vary. All depends what animal it is. But right now I can tell you ahead of time that the coon caps I sell are real fur, not synthetics, real coon skin, tanned coon hides, and the tail. I sell these coon caps for $119, and you can have your choice. You can have a decision. You can decide if you would like to have the face and the tail on it. If you don't want the head on it, the face, you don't have to have the face. You can have it just this and the tail, or you can just have it without the face or the tail. It's up to you. If you want it, if it's without the face on it, I'll charge $110. So you get about $10 off, about $9 off, not $9 to $10 off with the face off. If you want it on, it's an extra $9 to $10 because it's takes some extra work sewing it on. So you can decide if you want the face on or not. And the coyote, I have the face on this. You don't have to have the face on it. And all these caps I'll be using commercially tanned fur hides, very soft leather, and again, you can have the face off if you want. Coyote caps are $130 due to the cost of the hide to buy it. So $130 for the coyote cap, $119 for the coonskin, and if you want the face off, I'll give you a discount if you don't want the face on it. So contact me below if you have any questions about these caps, or if you want a special cap that's not here. If you want a different kind of animal, request a certain kind of animal, and I'll let you know the price. So yeah. There's the caps I have here, coon and coyote. And you have the option if you want their tails on or off, if you want the faces off or on. So, okay. And what you're going to have to do is, you're going to have to send me the measurements of your head, the circumference of your head all around. You're going to have to email me your circumference of your head before I start working on it. So, make sure I get a perfect fit. If you have any questions, you can email me or text me below. Okay, let's move on to the next product. Next, I sell moccasins like this. These are the low top moccasins, just the regular ones. So for now I do not sell the high top, but I will soon be selling the high top moccasins. And these are lined with fur, as you can see. They're very warm for in the winter time. And I made these for my mom. These are called side seam moccasins because they have the seam on the side, all the way on the side of them. And I kept fringe in the flap that hangs over the side. Now, if you don't want the fringe on there, you can just leave it the regular leather on the sides, coming down the sides. It doesn't have to be cut. The fringe does not have to be cut out of the side. But I prefer it. I love fringe. I'm a fringe person. You'll see most of my products include fringe of some type on there. Okay, so side seam moccasins, a pair of them. So, yeah. And what you're going to have to do if you want a pair of these, you're going to have to trace your foot. Okay. Trace your foot and send it to me in the mail. Before I can start construction on your moccasins, I'm going to need to shape your foot. And if you email me below if you want these, I'll give you my address below where to send them. Send your foot, the cut out of your foot, and a pair of these. Like I said, it all depends on the size of your foot. But for the adult moccasins, like this is adult. For any adult moccasins, I'll be charging $100 a pair. And this is very good quality cowhide, softly tanned cowhide leather, and a fur lining. You can have the fur lining, or you can just have a double leather lining, which is perfect for outdoor use. Extra, layer of leather on there. The fur lining can be used outside as well. So it's up to you if you want fur in there. You don't want fur, just let me know. But it'll be $100 a pair. And there will be, of course, with all my products, there is sales tax and shipping. So the next product. Next, I sell pocket knife sheaths, and I'm not really sure if mountain men use pocket knives. They might have. The pocket knife came out during the Revolutionary War. They had pocket knives by the Revolutionary War. Anyway, this is a nice pocket knife holder, and of course for a small pocket knife. Smaller one. I can make pocket knife sheaths for any size pocket knife, but like I said, the bigger it gets, it's gonna be a bigger sheath, so might be some more money. But for a small regular size, just a pocket knife like this, each one of these sheaths, they're fringed with the belt loop in the back. These are stitched with sinew stitches, and I have beadwork on the front. Now you can decide you don't have to have the beadwork on the front if you don't want to. If you're not a beadwork kind of person, if you just like it plain, that's fine. It can be plain. You don't have to have beadwork on it. And the fringe on the flap, you're thinking it probably covers the beadwork. Yeah, well, I'm going to modify this, and I can put fringe going down the sides of the sheath, the flap, instead of in front. Or you can just take it off. It doesn't have to be on. It doesn't have to have fringe on the flap at all. If you want it just regular, without the fringe on the flap. So, and this is made out of elk hide. Elk. Now I do make this out of cowhide and buckskin. So, okay. And each one of these, for a case like this, it will be $25 a case. $25. If you don't want the beadwork, $20. So that's a pretty good product to start off with. If you want to try this kind of stuff out, start getting into this kind of stuff, it's a good place to start. So okay, pocket knife sheaths. $25 with beadwork, $20 without it. And what you're going to have to do is send me an outline of your pocket knife, the shape when it's closed. Draw the outline on a piece of cardboard all around it. Send it to me in the mail so I make sure I fit your pocket knife correctly. Alright, next product. Next, I sell beaded fringe knife sheaths. This knife sheath is for a Bowie knife. It's for a Bowie knife. So, and I'm not selling the knife, just the sheaths. Eventually I am going to be selling Bowie knives, but these are for the sheath. The knife's in here just to show you what it looks like with it in. I used sinew stitches, and here I used turquoise beads. Use turquoise and royal blue beads, which I think is a pretty combination. And the belt loop in the back, and a tie, the leather thong to hold it in place. So where your belt goes in. This has a 7-inch long fringe on it, 7 inches long. So. This is buckskin. This is made out of buckskin. Nice commercially German tanned buckskin. Some of the best buckskin that's on the market. So there's a buckskin, and I have cowhide knife sheaths. Same thing, Bowie knife. I will sell these knife sheaths with. They can go along with any other different size knives as well, not just Bowie knives. This is just the example I have because I have Bowie knives. This is cowhide with burgundy and royal blue beadwork. And this is 6-inch fringe on here. So these knife sheaths will go perfect with your when you dress up for rendezvous or reenactments, or just to wear around the land on. Go around, just wear them around. So you have cowhide, and they're all sewed with sinew stitching. And this is nicely soft commercial tanned cowhide with beadwork, different colored beadwork. There's buckskin, cowhide, and then we have golden elk. And then I have, where's the belt loop and leather thong. And then turquoise and red beads, which I think is a very good combination of color. So, yeah. Alright, so that's elk, cowhide, and buckskin. And you can request 2 different kinds of colors of beads for your knife sheath. Each knife sheath is custom made to fit your order. You can choose between cowhide, elk, and buckskin. And you can choose 2 beadworks. 2 color beads for your beadwork. And like I said before, what I have in stock most of the time for knife sheaths is cowhide and elk. Occasionally even buffalo leather. Buckskin is a little more rare. It would be in stock. It's a little more money for this type of leather. So I may not have it in stock at the time, but if you request especially, I might be able to get some. So these are the types of knife sheaths I sell. Now, of course, it's just the Bowie knife sheath. For an example, I make sheaths for different size knives, frontier knives. And all you're gonna need to do is outline. Send me an outline of your knife, the whole knife handle and blade and hilt. Just draw on a piece of cardboard the outline of your knife, the whole knife outline, and send it to me in the mail. If you want one of these, for the bigger knife sheaths like this, like these, the bigger knife sheaths, it's going to be $50 a knife sheath. That's with the beadwork. Beadwork's included in that price. Beadwork is an extra on these. Just $50 flat for these knife sheaths. And if you have a smaller knife, like, for example, a knife like this, a smaller knife, I mean, you see the difference. Quite a big difference between these knife sizes. If you have a knife like around this size, the knife sheath will be $30 for a smaller knife. So the large knife sheaths, the larger knives, $50. The smaller knives like this, $30. So with beadwork included in that price. So okay, if you want one of these, email me below or text me during hours, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. If you want one of these, just let me know. Next product.